Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I am Za and this is Za Canada. Today we have a new episode and this is all about the latest update when it comes to LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. At ito yung ina-apply ng employer para sa iyo kung gusto ko nilang kunin as a temporary foreign worker. May mga latest update yan, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga bagay-bagay na kailangang sundin ng isang employer in order for them to qualify for an LMIA. Okay? So, kung isa ka sa mga tao na naghihintay ng LMIA or yung employer mo is plano kang bigyan ng LMIA, dapat makinig ka sa video na to hanggang dulo.
From islands to maple leaves, strength of a heart that believes. Goodbye to Manila, hello to the crisp air, taking a risk with a dream and a prayer. From bustling streets to the
Alright, so thank you nga para sa mga nag-subscribe sa akin lately at kung hindi pa, mag-subscribe na po kayo. And in my channel, I talk about immigration updates, different lives of Filipinos here in Canada at marami pang iba. And going back to our topic, we are talking about LMIA. So first, marami kasi nagsasabi na hindi na pwede ang LMIA. Wala na. Sarado na ang Canada para sa temporary foreign worker. Pero guys, hindi yan totoo. And in fact, nasa IRCC website na inilabas nila na kailangan lang si employer is sumunod sa mga bagong patakaran na inilabas ng Canada para sa mga employer na gustong mag-hire ng temporary foreign worker. So, ano nga ba talaga ang inilabas nilang update? So basically, before an employer hire a temporary foreign worker, they need to demonstrate to Canada or to the governing body, na yun na nga yung ESDC, that they made reasonable effort to hire or to find qualified Canadians or permanent residents. So hindi pwede na may gusto akong foreign worker, hire ko na siya. Okay? Hindi ganon. May dumadaan yan sa series of process. So the employer must advertise and recruit first. So, kailangan nilang mag-interview. Kailangan nilang i-post yung job posting para makita ng ibang Canadian and permanent resident ang job na yon. And this is the 8-week job posting requirement. Kanino ba nag-a-apply yung 8-week job posting requirement? These are for those people or for those jobs with the low wage requirement. For example, yung job mo is pumapatak siya sa mga trabaho or sa NOC code na may low wage siya. I will just give a random example. I'm not sure if it falls in low wage. Okay? Let's say that the employer wants to hire you as in a fast food industry. Let's just say na, kunyari lang, okay? Let's just say McDonald's. They'd like to hire you in McDonald's. Kung i-hire ka ni McDonald's, kailangan at bibigyan ka niya ng salary na pumapatak under the low wage category. Before ka pa ma-hire ni McDonald's, dapat si McDonald's ipinost muna ang job posting sa legitimate website. For example, Job Bank and other two websites like Indeed or Monster.ca, let's just say. Kasi may three requirement yan. So, syempre, ang pinaka-required is yung Job Bank and other two. So, there should be other two website. Hindi pwede sa Facebook, hindi pwede sa Instagram. So, dapat pinopost siya sa isang legitimate hiring platform and then for 8 consecutive weeks. Okay? In that 8 consecutive weeks, kapag walang nag-hire or kapag walang qualified Canadian or permanent resident, then that's the only time that your employer would be able to submit the LMIA application itself to ESDC. Okay? And those job posting that was made within the 2-month period should be included on those 3-month. May sinasabi silang within these 3 months. Kumbaga, halimbawa si employer mo, hinire ka ngayon, August 8, at pinost niya si job posting ngayon. Let's just say, okay? August 8, yung pag-submit niya na application. September 8, October 9, that's the end of your job posting. And within that 3-month period from, dapat hindi lalagpas ng November 9, yung pagsasubmit ni employer mo sa ESDC ng kompletong application. Okay? Because the job posting itself must be within that 3-month time frame. Okay? Kapag umover yan, back to zero na naman. Kailangan nyo na namang i-apply or mag-job posting again for 8 consecutive weeks or 2 months nga. Pero, again, sa low wage lang yan. And before I forget, kapag na-post na ni employer mo yung job posting, it must be continuous. Which means na kahit nagtapos pa, kahit ang requirement lang ni employer, kahit ang requirement lang ng ESDC is 8 consecutive weeks for low wage or 4 weeks for high wage position, that doesn't mean that they should let it just expire. Dapat patuloy pa rin yan hanggang naka-receive kayo ng decision. So, it's either positive or negative, dapat dire-diretso lang yung job posting. Walang expiration. It's either sa job bank or those two other hiring platform like Indeed or Monster.ca. You can always check with the legitimate RCIC officer or immigration lawyer para sa more details when it comes to applying for LMIA. Again, hindi ikaw nga nag-a-apply nito, yung employer mo. So, you have to let your employer know to get in touch with a qualified professional para matulungan sila kung paano siya gagawin or kung paano yung pasikot-sikot ng pag-a-apply ng LMIA. And again, these are low wage position, it must be posted for 8 consecutive weeks, while high wage position must be posted for 4 consecutive weeks. But for high wage, meron niyang kailangan gawin. Kasi for high wage, there is a new wage requirement na naman. Tumaas na naman yung high wage requirement ni ESDC when it comes to high wage position. And these are just the example, okay? For example, if before in British Columbia, $36.60 lang ang high wage position, ngayon, kailangan it's $38.40 na. So, yung Alberta, $37, about $37 na. And in Quebec, it's about $36. So, you can always check the IRCC website on how much are the updated high wage salary that your employer is giving you para ma-post nila yung high wage position. For example, you are working as an engineer, let's just say, okay? And then the employer wants to hire you in British Columbia, in Vancouver. And we all know that Vancouver is one of the cities with the highest unemployment rate. Ibig sabihin, si Vancouver or employer mo na nasa Vancouver is pwede lang mag-apply ng LMIA para sa'yo if you are receiving the high wage salary requirement. Balikan natin yung kaninang sinabi ko. The high wage requirement currently in BC is about $38. $38 or more. Okay? Yan na yung kailangang sundin ng employer mo para makapag-post sila sa job bank. So what does it mean for us Filipinos? Don't panic. Okay? Wala naman sinabi si ESDC or ang government ng Canada na wala na, finish na, imposible na. But kapag babasahin nyo na mabuti ang government website, makikita mong may mga pagbabago lang. May kailangan lang gawin or may kailangan lang sundin in order for you to... Nagulat ako. May bumagsak. Kaya ako napatayo sa video ko. So if you're looking for an LMIA employer, so don't panic and don't rush either. Do your research. Okay? Wag papatol sa mga clickbait na nagsasabi na meron na silang employer agad or meron na silang pre-approved LMIA, magbayad ka ng ganitong halaga. Always practice due diligence. Okay? Understand the job, understand the wage, and most importantly, check the Government of Canada official websites when it comes to the requirements. Okay? So, again, ulitin ko lang, hindi ikaw ang nag-a-apply niyan, kundi ang employer mo mismo. Alright? That should be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. And kung nagustuhan nyo ang video na to, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe into my channel. At laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Until next time, bye-bye.
Finding our rhythm in this glorious land.